Ni hao. Ni hao. All right. Well, I'd like to thank the CMMC for inviting me here. My name is Reginald Tull. I'm running for Mayor of Toronto. And I'm very excited to be here today. I'm very excited to see the diversity, and I'm very proud of this organization for organizing this and bringing us together. And it's very important for us to come together like this. Earlier in a speech, there was something mentioned about racism and discrimination. And I believe that if we can learn and teach our kids about the different cultures, the different races, the different languages, and just about each other, that will reduce racism and violence in the city. And we need to learn how to work together and to get along, right? And what we need to do is we need to build together. We need to build our communities. We need to build our city. And we need to work together to do that. And what I have seen over the last 8 years was nothing but the same. And over the last 8 years, homelessness has not been reduced. Poverty has not been reduced. There has been no jobs created. And violence is even more than it was 8 years ago. And if you've done nothing for the past 8 years, why are you asking for the same job? I think it's time for somebody to retire, and I think it's time for change in Toronto. And the only way we're going to have change is if we vote for change. My name is Reginald Tull. October 24th, you come out, you vote for Reginald Tull as Mayor of Toronto, and I will reduce crime. I will reduce violence in the city. I have a zero tolerance for gun violence, and what we're going to implement is 25,000 hours of community service for the first offense with a gun, even if it's just possession of a gun. What we're going to do is we're going to create jobs. We're going to implement the plastic to fuel initiative, which is going to create over 30,000 jobs, bring 300 million jobs, $300 million into the city, and that's what we're going to do. And we have to focus also on the homelessness issue. Now, what the current government has done was he spent over $300 million to put the homeless inside hotels. And that money will never be returned back to the city. What we should have done with that money is create co-ops and affordable living and shelters in order to give homeless people an opportunity to get back on their feet. So on October 24th, what we need to do, what are we going to do? We're going to go vote for what? We're going to vote for Tull. And Tull represents change. Thank you very much once again for having me.